Welcome to the March the 10th, 1992 taping of It's Happening in Grand Prairie, and we are very excited today. We have a wonderful show, but before we bring you our first three guests, we have some very important community service announcements to make, and we'll begin with the Trailwood United Methodist Learning Center. Now, March the 28th. A lot of good things are going to be happening on March the 28th, but this is first on the agenda, hopefully, with you. And at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., they will be having a crafts fair, and this is their fundraiser. And they're inviting anyone in the crafts business, if you'd like to have a table, $20 to show your wares at a table, and they provide the table and the chairs. Also, if you need have an opportunity to give a door prize, they'll accept those very readily. Their chairman is Debbie Caldwell, and she's given us her magic telephone number, and if you would call her for information, or if you want to assist, or if you want to rent a booth, the number is 642-1416. Remember the magic date, March the 28th. And also on March the 28th, the very same day, another very exciting event, but this one begins at 1 o'clock p.m. And this is the Garner Elementary Springtime Carnival. Now, this is a wonderful time for a carnival, and remember, that's the same date, March the 28th, but in the afternoon from 1 p.m. until 5. Now, that's going to be on the Garner campus, and that's located at 145 Polo Road. If you'll go out Great Southwest Parkway or out Carrier Parkway and find your way to this magic place on Polo Road, the principal is Dale Brown. She invites everyone to come help them raise funds for Garner School. And also the PTA president is Patsy Doris, and she has given us a special invitation to come out and let's help Garner Elementary. And congratulations to the Senior Citizen of the Month, and that's Ruby Norman, and she's a member of the Englewood Baptist Church. She's a teacher there in the kindergarten, and she also helps take senior citizens to the doctor. And congratulations again to Ruby Norman, who's very special to the senior citizens and to Englewood Baptist Church. And the 50th wedding anniversary to Edward L. and Billy Whaley. Isn't it wonderful when you reach that magic golden wedding anniversary? And there's a trust fund set up for the funeral expenses for a young man that attended Lee Middle School. And his name is Furman Sanchez, Jr. And if you would like to contribute to this, go to the First City National Bank, and that's on the corner of 8th Street and Highway 180, which is East Main Street in Grand Prairie, and see Darlene Lee, the president. And we are sad, but want to give a living memorial to Furman Sanchez, Jr. Chamber of Commerce Card Connection, and that is this March the 12th, which is Thursday evening, and that's going to be a St. Patrick's Day celebration. Sam's Club is putting it on at the Pavilion, which is the VFW Medical Center. The Grand Prairie ISD School Board meets always on the second Thursday. The magic date is March the 12th. That's this week on Thursday evening, 7 o'clock p.m. at the School Ad Building, 202 College Street. And now, to those three magic guests that I told you about. Seroptimus International of Grand Prairie, Texas. And we have to my immediate right, the president. Vivian Moore, welcome to the set. We're just very excited to have you with us today. And Doris Capps Alexander. Welcome, Doris. Glad to have you with us today.
Good to be here.
And longtime Seroptimist, very important regional and even national figure in Seroptimist work, Joe Camel. We're glad to have you with us today.
Thank you, Ruthie.
All right, starting with our president, protocol calls us to do that. Now, what's going on, Vivian, with the Seroptimist?
On March the 20th, we are having the Texans visit us
right.
in Bronson, Missouri.
Okay.
And I have tickets.
Oh, you have tickets. You have tickets for Ruthie Jackson and Vernon Jackson. How nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And you also have tickets for everyone in Grand Prairie, Texas
Right.
and the local environs?
That's right.
All right. We're going to get to Jo then and let her tell us about where all of these good things, the tickets can be bought and all of that good stuff. But when you have the Branson group down here, the Texans, this is about, what, the 5th year that we've had them down? The 6th year that they're coming down. Is this a real exciting show to you, Vivian?
Oh, very much so.
Tell us
Everybody that comes will have a great time. They love. gospel, and we have comedy, and it's just a fantastic show.
Oh, that's wonderful. For all the family?
The whole family, that's right.
All right, and speaking of the whole family, now the Capps family in Grand Prairie, Texas are very blessed. They have a Texan that is also a Branson Texan, and we're just so pleased to have the sister of that famous bass singer from Branson, Missouri. And Doris, we want you to look out into your camera and tell us how exciting it is to be related to that magic young man.
Well, I love him. He's my brother. And it's real exciting when we go up there. It's kind of like Las Vegas hours, because when we go to the shows to see a show every night, when we get through, he wants to go eat pizza.
Yes.
And by the time we get home, and we're up till 2 and 3 in the morning, and so it's exciting and
All
it's
right.
tiring.
Now, is J.D. your older brother or younger brother?
No, I'm the oldest. But he's the older of the two of them.
All right, he is. And tell us a little bit about J.D. when he's in Grand Prairie, Texas. I know he worked with us at Jackson Vending for a while. What got him started and away from the family and to go all the way to Branson?
Well, he loves his music, and it was just an opportunity. The door opened for him when he was here he was in the Masters 4.
Yes.
And then things just worked out that a lady at the Grapevine Opry took them and started them in Branson.
That is wonderful, and that certainly is a salute to the lady in Grapevine.
Yes.
Yes, that is great. And your famous mother, and of course your famous father too, Tommy Capps, has been so important to the city of Grand Prairie. She was the purchasing agent for many, many years, and you all have been a stem-winding family in our town, so it's wonderful to have you on the show today. We had asked Tommy to come on the show today, and she opted to send her beautiful daughter, so I think that's very, very appropriate, and we thank you for coming and being a part of the show today, and for cheering J.D. on when he comes in that magic bass voice. And Joe, would you like to show and tell our poster and give us some magic dates and tell us where we can get tickets?
This is the magic poster that you'll probably be seeing around town. It's our way of advertising the Texans, who will be here on March the 20th. The performance starts at 8 o'clock, and it's at the H.H. Chambers Auditorium. And in mentioning Tommy, I might say we left her at the ticket office, and she has been so thrilled we've even had her give autographs this past week. I always say this is the tall Texans' mother, and they're delighted when they find that Tommy's down there helping us sell the tickets.
How much are these tickets going to cost us? What am I going to have to pay for these tickets?
We're going to make you pay double.
At least. Oh, for all of those in our viewing audience that buy them before what date, get them at what price?
The reserve tickets, if you call before March the 15th, will be $10 a piece. And they're selling fast. The ones right down close to the front are always gone before we turn around. But I found that anywhere you sit in that auditorium, it's a good seat. And we're real pleased that the Texans are coming. The back section is our general admission, and they are $7 if you call in advance. And the balcony seats, which are always good, and you can see and you can hear, are only $6. And you don't have to reserve those, but we would like for you to buy them before you get to the door. It makes it a little bit easier for you to get in and get to your seats. But our office, the temporary ticket office, is set up, and we're selling them at the accounting office of Fred B. Bryan and Associates at 114 East Main Street. And there's a poster on the window so you can't miss where we are. And there's someone there from 8:30 in the morning until about 6:30. Sometimes we're there until about 11:30 at night, but we do have the answering service on the machine in case you call in, and we will call you back. And that telephone number is 262-0991.
All right. Now, Joe, I'd like, since you're the chairman of all of this good stuff of the Texans for the Seroptimists, I believe you ought to name drop a man's organization here in town that really has helped. Would you give them a few kudos for us?
Well, first, we helped them.
Yes, I do know that. We really did, didn't we?
No, they have always been so helpful, and really they were instrumental in our getting the Texans to come to Grand Prairie for ours. But for a number of years, the Evening Optimist Club has had the Foggy River Boys to come, and this is one of their main service projects. And we said, why can't you all help us do this? And sure enough, they were helpful in our getting the Texans to come, and they've always been so helpful in selling our tickets, putting up lights, or whatever they could help us do. And we're real grateful to Billy Clark and all of the people that are in the Evening Optimist Club. They've worked, the temporary ticket office is also in Fred Bryan's office when they're there. So I have a real opportunity to meet the people that come and sell and the people that come and buy all the tickets. But we're really grateful to those gentlemen for all their assistance through the years. And we're expecting them to help us on March the 20th also.
Yes.
And they're out there working with us.
You bet. And also a seroptimist mister of the late Bobby Lewis Lumpkin,
Mr. Jack Lumpkin.
He's been very helpful too.
He sure
All right,
has.
Before we leave, let's have you look out into your camera, Vivian. I want you to really invite everyone in Grand Prairie to come and help us with this entertainment evening and also a fundraiser for Seroptimist Projects. Would you do that?
I hope everybody will come and enjoy an evening with us. I think that it'll be your time and money well spent. Bring the whole family. They'll all enjoy it.
This is wonderful, wonderful mountain music, gospel music, almost any kind of music that you could possibly ask for. It's a delightful evening. Please call that magic telephone number, 262-0991. Someone will answer, and we'll be very happy to have you in the audience for the Texans on March the 20th, which is the magic day here in Grand Prairie, Texas, in downtown Grand Prairie at the H.H. Chambers Auditorium. Thank y'all for being with us, and we want to thank Doris very much for being here. Thank you for having such a wonderful brother. And tell Tommy Capps hello for us, and Mr. Alexander, thank him for letting you be on the show. We'll be right back.